Okay. It is 0712, October 22nd, 2018, Monday. I'm being heated extensively by microwaves right now. And what I want to do is speak out on what's happening. What's happening to my family, what's happening to me. The US Air Force, who owns these UAVs that are killing people and mind controlling them worldwide. In this country, it is done by the CIA and the military. The Air Force operates these UAVs. Voice to Skull, at least for me, for my situation, is controlled out of Fort Meade, Maryland by U.S. Army intelligence operatives. Everybody who comes near me is subject to Voice to Skull. They are threatened into complying with them to participate in gang stalking. Thousands upon thousands in the Seattle area have been targeted using Voice to Skull to force their compliance, to update them, these kind of things. My mom is threatened daily using Voice to Skull. I'm threatened daily using Voice to Skull and harassed throughout the day. They threaten her life, to me and to her. I love my mom. She's the woman who gave me life, the woman who raised me. And she has been a target, a victim of mind control and stalking her whole entire life. This started maybe about the time she was born to our family, maybe before, I do not know. But ever since I was born, it became worse. Okay? This woman, I would fight for her. I would die to protect her in a heartbeat. I hope it doesn't come to that. But I would. And there's nothing I wouldn't do for her to make sure that she lives out the rest of her life in peace. And so that others find peace who have been targeted throughout their lives. I'm in a position right now where there isn't much I can do except to try to stay alive through this. I'm being tortured daily using directed energy. I'm a victim of psychological operations by the U.S. Army Intelligence. U.S. Army Intelligence and the Air Force in cooperation. Out of Fort Meade, Maryland, they have a satellite uplink from there with the Department of Defense communication satellites, which relay it to the UAVs over Seattle, Washington, which are piloted by Air Force personnel working out of Joint Base Lewis McChord. So it goes from Fort Meade to the satellites to the UAVs, being right down to my head. Okay? Using high frequency, high radio frequencies. What I'm doing right now is letting you know that the people who are doing this are in their death throes right now. The whole operation. It's starved for money. They're running out of time. They are at their weakest than they've ever been. They are weak. They don't want me to show, they don't want me to see it, but I know they are. They are going away very soon. But in the meantime, they're making my life hell, and making it hell for tons of other people. What I'm asking, what I'm doing, what I'm saying, is I'm sending out a call to action, to rise up, to fight them in any way you can, to resist them in any way you can. If you can do so, only if you can do so safely, without risking harm to yourself, without risking harm to anyone you love, because I know what they do. I've lost people in my life as a direct result of what they've done. They've killed both my grandparents, murdered them. People that I knew in high school, Jeremy Noakes, tons of my mom's friends have died over the years. A friend she worked with named Zelda. Paul Cristiano. Who else? I'm drawing a blank right now. But there are multiple others. um, Chris Chastain, Cabby Mitchell, who else? Since I've been alive, they've killed a lot of them. There's another person that I was thinking of, but they're brainwaving me right now. They may have spoken out, and that's why they killed them. Yeah, there are more. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. But if you can resist them at all, in 2 days' time, let's rise up. Refuse to cooperate. Expose them any way you can. Speak up. Make it known what they've done to you, how they've hurt you, people you loved, your families, your children. They are hurting children right now as we speak. I've seen them use directed energy on infants until they start screaming and crying. I've seen that happen. I've seen them hurt kids physically using directed energy. I've seen it. This is not a joke. I've seen it happen. Let's end this once and for all. Let's hit them while they're at their weakest and bring this to a swift close, if you can, safely. Safely. Without risk to yourself or others. This has to stop. These violations of human rights cannot continue. They cannot. Once these men are out of power completely, we can start to live a new life. We can build a new life. These people have been in power for far too long. These are the people that kill for profit with no regard to humanity, who lead us to war, so that our servicemen and women die over resources, so that their companies can become richer and richer. They wage war for profit. That's what these men do. They kill innocents daily. Daily. These men are cowards, and they're evil. They're as evil as they come. These are the big bankers, members of the CIA, politicians. These are the men that need to be stopped so that we can live our lives in peace, without fear. Without fear. We can do this. We can stop them. You have more power than you know. They don't want you to know how much power you have. Right here, in your heart. Right here, in your head. We can stop them. And we could do that very soon. These people are already facing life sentences, some of them. Death penalty. It's already started. They're being watched right now. Their accounts are being frozen. They're on their way out. Let's make sure nobody else has to be hurt. They're desperate. They're cornered. It's the end for them. Let's bring this to a close.